Hi guys, it's Kaz here, and today I'm doing my haul and unhaul. So in January I picked up 3 things, and I'm going to be getting rid of a few more than 3 things. First of all, the books that came into my possession. So Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Olsen. I got this one in the middle of the month. I read it last month as well, so check out my wrap up and then you will know what I thought about this book. This is about a girl who finds out her brother is part of this Bureau of Supernatural Affairs. He's gone missing and she wants to join this bureau so she can find out what happened to her brother. And there's loads of cool magic and stuff. And check out my wrap up. After that, my pre-order of Chew Volume 1 came in. Read it straight away. As soon as it came through the door, I read it. Again, check out my wrap up. This is a prequel to the Chew comics. It follows Tony's sister Saffron, who is a criminal. Whereas in the original Chew series, Tony is a police officer, so it's the opposite. And then finally, if you watched my December haul, I mentioned that my sister accidentally got this. She ordered a book off my wish list for Christmas. This came through. This was not the book I ordered. So she got in contact with them and they finally sent the proper book, which is The Burning Kingdoms by Sally Green. This is the last book in the Smoke Thieves series, so definitely looking forward to this one. I feel like I need to reread the other 2 first so I remember everything. But yes, I got this right at the end of the month, so hopefully I'll read it this month, but if not, then definitely at some point this year. One of my goals is to read at least 50% of the books that I haul this year, so 2 out of 3, good times. And now onto the unhauls. So the first few of these you will have recognised if you watched my January wrap up. First of them being the series of unfortunate events, the whole series, barring 2 books because I didn't actually get them ever. But yeah, I read book 3 in this series in January. I didn't like it and I thought, you know what, these books are all the same, they're irritating, the characters are irritating. I'm just going to unhaul the whole series because ain't nobody got time for that many irritating adult characters not listening to kids after several books have shown that they were correct every time. So yeah, series of unfortunate event, gone. I say gone, all of these books are just sat in a big bag in my room because it's locked down, isn't it? So I can't actually do anything with them, but you know, I've took them off my spreadsheet, so that counts. Another few from January, Gangsta Rap by Benjamin. Another few from January, Gangsta Rap by Benjamin Zephaniah. Check out my wrap up why I didn't like these books, but yeah, it's just not written well, the story's not good, the character's not good, blah 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 blah. Watch my wrap up, I talked about it for quite a while. Marvel Avengers Greatest Heroes, this is just a little book with loads of little tiny bios of different Marvel characters. I've read it, it was fine, I don't need to own it. I got it for free anyway. And then Girl Meets Boy by Ali Smith. Watch my wrap up for this one and you will know why I'm unhauling it. It was not good. Watch that wrap up. I rant for a very long time. So more books. I have this sampler thing of Because You Love to Hate Me by a bunch of different authors. So I actually bought it a few years off eBay. This one said it was a proper book. It came, it's like 3 of the stories. I said, hey, that's not the proper thing. They gave me my money back. I got it again, the proper one. I don't need this random little 3 stories version of it. Don't know why I've still got it. Next up I have this Sweeney Todd coffee table book. I was looking at a bunch of my coffee table books because I thought, oh, it might be an interesting video. Let me know down below if that does sound interesting. But just to go through some of the bigger, chunkier books on my bookshelves. But this one, I haven't seen Sweeney Todd in many years. I think I only watched it once or twice. So I don't really need a whole book talking about the process and everything, because it's not like a favourite film or anything. Next I have Glue by Irvine Welsh. I've read Trainspotting and Filth by Irvine Welsh. Both of them were alright, and then I unhauled after I read them and I thought, you know what, I'm just not interested in reading this before I unhaul it, so I'm just gonna get rid. And this is about some characters and in Scotland and probably about drugs and that, because that's what most of his books are about. I also have The Night Watch by Sergei Lukianenko, and this one I read a few years ago. It was alright. I'm not going to carry on the series. I've seen the films, I enjoy the films, I own the films, they're Russian. And I thought, you know what, I don't need to keep this book because I don't feel like carrying on the book series. It was alright, but I'll watch the films if I want to watch it. We're about halfway through, so you know what that means. It's time for a message from one of our sponsors. We Need to Talk About Kevin by Lionel Shriver. This one I read a few years ago and I enjoyed it. I'm glad I finally read it. It's very wordy and it takes a while to get into the story. It's all written in letters by the mum of Kevin, and I found that she just waffled on a lot about stuff I didn't care about, so it took a while to get into the book. Glad I read it. I'm never going to read it again. It's just sat on my shelf, so it can go to somebody else. The next three are thrillers that I've owned for ages, so I'm probably never going to read. Even though they kind of sound interesting, I'm just like, but do I ever care to think about, oh, that sounded interesting, let's pick it up now? The answer is no. So I have Birthdays for the Dead by Stuart McBride. I'm not even going to read the background because then I'll think, oh, that sounds kind of interesting, and then I might keep it and just never read it. So yeah, this is a detective book, I think, and I'm not really keen on detective books, so I think it sounded interesting. The thing about these sort of books is they all sound interesting and they all sound like something I would very much watch a 10-part series about, but I just don't really read this sort of book. Then I have Unwanted by Christina Olsen. Again, don't really know what this is about. It's Swedish. A lost child, a ruthless killer. Give me a TV series about it and I'll watch it. But reading, no. And then Disclaimer by Renee Knight. I'm pretty sure this one, it sounds interesting. It's like the woman starts reading a book and then she realises it's the book about her life. Again, I'll watch it, but I don't care to read it. The next one is a very, very, very beloved book on here and across everywhere, and that is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. Here's the thing, I don't like books set in World War I and II, and this book is, and even though it sounds interesting, oh, it's told by death, oh, but I don't care about World War I and II. Obviously, in England, it's pretty much the only thing we learn about in history, so I don't actually care to read fiction about it because it's like the one part of history I do know about, so I'm like, I don't care. It's quite big. I bought it because everybody loves it and it was 49p, and I'm just like, I'm never going to read it. It can go to somebody else that actually wants to. Then I've got Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo. I got this one in a charity shop for £1. I read the other two books in the series from the library because this one was alright. I wasn't really interested enough to want to buy the other two books. And then I was kind of half thinking about, oh, I should get the other two books because I really like Nikolai, but then I'm like, am I going to read it again? Because I don't care about Alina, I don't care about the Darkling, I don't care about the story. I like Six of Crows a lot better, so I'm like, you know what, I don't need this book. It's just sat on my shelves. It was just going to be sat there without the other parts of the series, so what's the point in owning it? See you later. Then I have Chinese Handcuffs by Chris Crutcher. I can't really remember much about this book other than the fact that there's a scene in here where the main character and his friend are torturing a cat for like 5 pages, and I'm just like, you know what, I don't need that in my life or on my bookshelf, so... And that's literally the only bit I can remember about this book. It's about other stuff as well, but you know, it can go. And then these last two books. On the last unhaul I did, I unhauled quite a lot of a certain author, and for some reason I kept these, and I don't know why, because it's based around this series and it's short stories and I don't really like short stories. And that is The Bane Chronicles and Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare and others. So yeah, I unhauled the Mortal Instruments series because I don't care for them characters. And for some reason I thought, oh, I'll keep these and read them. But like, I read the first 2 stories of this about 2 years ago and it's just been sat without me reading anymore. And then, and this, I don't care about these characters. They're irritating. The only Cassandra Clare books I have kept is The Infernal Devices and The Dark Artifices because both of them series are acceptably decent. I don't need these, they're just sat there. Somebody else I'm sure will very much enjoy having these. I mean, I legit don't even like reading short story collections, so why did I think this was a good idea? And that is it. Those are some books that I have hauled and unhauled. Let me know down below any thoughts, any comments, any queries. Say them down below, I'll reply, it'll be a good time. And if this is your first video by me and you enjoy it, then please check out some of the others. If you continue to enjoy, then please subscribe, that'd be awesome. Anyway guys, I'll see you in a few days with another video. Bye. It's about a girl who finds out that her missing brother is actually part... Alright, I may eat this mint roast because this is not working, is it? I should not try and do a video while I've got a mint in my mouth.